The first thing Mary did after being reborn was grab a brick and run straight to the police station. She smashed a police car in broad daylight and even streamed the whole thing online. Everyone thought she had lost it. Destroying property on purpose can mean fines and detention, and if it's serious you could get 3 to 7 years in prison. No one knew Mary had a plan. She knew exactly that her boyfriend John and her best friend were holding her keys and pulling off a massive national financial scam. So to stop them from framing her, she staged a crime scene no one could deny. Last time she had no defenses and ended up the perfect scapegoat for John and her best friend, accused of stealing while guarding and moving $500 million from the bank. The evidence was solid and she had no alibi. Mary got life in prison for financial fraud. 10 years later, she learned it was all John and her best friend's setup and got hit with a cruel truth. Her parents couldn't handle it and died from the shock soon after she went to prison. Mary fainted from rage when she found out. Luckily, she got a second chance. She was reborn on the day John and her best friend set the trap to avoid being framed again. Mary staged the dramatic police car smash. The cops heard the noise fast. Mary acted like she was fully cooperative and got escorted into the station. Meanwhile, John and her best friend were using her keys to transfer money. They thought Mary was waiting in a blind spot with no alibi to stop them. Little did they know Mary was watching from the holding cell. Her parents rushed to the station. They couldn't believe their daughter did something so reckless. Worried she'd been triggered, they begged the cops for her, promised to cover all damages, hoping the cops would give her a chance. Cops didn't want Mary to have a criminal record, so they just fined her and made her pay for damages. Mary looked at the clock. It was 9:23. John and her best friend were still moving her money. She couldn't go back yet. She started acting crazy on purpose, then collapsed to the ground yelling someone was out to get her. Even pretended not to know her own parents. Seeing her like this, the cops had no choice but to keep her at the station. They told her parents to go home, let her calm down alone. Meanwhile, John finally finished the transfer at 9:30. Mary finally exhaled in relief, just as expected. That night the news reported a major bank heist. The next morning Mary walked out of the station, only to be blocked by John and her best friend. Cops appeared behind them, claiming someone reported Mary for moving $500 million. All transfers done with her personal key and e-signature. They asked her to come with them. Mary was taken back to the station. John and her friend acted the same as last time, said the evidence was solid. Fake concern told her to turn herself in for leniency. Before her friend could finish, Mary's mom interrupted. She believed her daughter couldn't do this. Then her friend pulled out a phone with a recording. Mary's voice came through. She talked about making a huge sum and leaving the country after getting $500 million. Seeing history repeat itself, Mary finally relaxed. John then showed fake chat logs, claiming Mary taught him to hack surveillance. Her mother broke down crying. With evidence stacked like this, cops immediately opened a case. Everyone turned against her. Mary was at the center of the storm, just as John and her friend thought it was over. Mary asked the question no one noticed. She said if they claimed the crime was at 9:30 last night, she was at the police station smashing a car, then immediately taken into detention with a dozen cops who could testify for her.